Okay, I have a story to tell y'all today. And this is one that has been on my mind for the last hour. So, when I was in high school, okay, when I was in high school, I was one of the only out people for a very long time. Okay, I came out like within the first few days of freshman year. Everybody already knew what the tea was because I've always looked and been like this. Maybe just 40 pounds heavier because baby fat. But everybody knew, and my sole thing in life was like, I want to come out in high school so I can remain relevant. I probably would have been relevant anyway, but it like really did like cause a stir and caused me to be really relevant. But I want to talk about certain people who pissed me off in this time. So there was this dude, right? There was this like fuck ass dude who went to my high school who like really pissed me off. And the funny thing about this girl had moved to our school and we had become friends with her, and she had some big tatas, right? Well, I remember she had like sores above her tatas. Okay, we were still friends with her. So keep that in mind. So this dude, we'll call him Mark. So Mark, funny enough, when I met Mark, he came out of the blue. Like, never had seen this man before. Apparently he had went to school with us for a really long time. Never met this man before. I remember that he was such an ass, okay? This man was genuinely one of the rudest people I had ever met. Like, would sit there and call me slurs, names, a whole wide range of things, right? He was like one of very few ops I genuinely had in high school. I genuinely had a really good time in high school. But this man was an op at the end of the day. And I remember him and this girl, we'll call her Kelly, right? So Mark and Kelly get together, and I am forced to be around this man 24/7. And nobody liked this man. Let me say that we would literally troll him at the lunch table because nobody could stand this man. And he really irked me. Like, he really genuinely irked me from the bottom of my heart. He really irked me. Like, there was always like some kind of beef. Like, he was always trying to fight me. He was always calling me slurs. It was just a really insane time in life, right? Well, the one thing about them motherfucking tables is that they turn. They fucking turn, okay? Like Todd Chrisley said, can't stand the man, but he was right about that. So after like so long, like me and Mark have a class together. We're like beefing all the time. He's calling me slurs. We're going back and forth. He's threatening to fight me. I try to fight him. He wouldn't. There was a lot. And mind you, Mark was nasty. Like, Mark was not a really great person to be around. It was really insane. So eventually Mark and Kelly break up, like, thank God. And then we stopped being friends with Kelly. It was a whole thing. Not to mention Kelly was kind of a victim because like after this man, she started talking to a 21-year-old, and we were like 15 at the time. And she thought she was hot shit because of that. And I was like, baby, you're a victim at 15. So funny thing is that there was this dude, we'll call him James, right? James was like a redneck baseball player, barrel rider, like full on redneck, right? Well, I wake up one day at the end of this year and I get told that James and Mark came out together. James and Mark came out together. And they got together. So these are two people who are rednecks, right? Two people who I genuinely could not stand. Two people that have always tried to make my life a living hell. And they come out as gay and are dating. And it's so funny because James was low-key hot as shit. James was a cutie patootie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, this really pissed me off. I was like, what the actual... Hang on, let me get comfortable. I was like, what in the actual hell? Like, these are two people who come from, like, really religious country backgrounds who have literally told me so many times. And it was so insane because Mark was nasty. Like, this man was disgusting. Still is, always will be nasty, and they're together. What? Excuse me? Anyway, so the story gets better. So eventually, I go on to date this man. We'll call him Eunice, right? I start dating Eunice. Eunice was not my type, not my vibe. Like, shouldn't have dated him. Regret that to this day. Me and Eunice start dating. And real quickly, Eunice starts telling me that him and James had a little thing before him and Mark got together. And I'm looking at him like, so is everybody been with James but me? Like, I get that I was like really outgoing and crazy and about to expose the bitch at all times, but I'm like sitting here thinking like, what the actual hell? Like, this nasty bitch that I'm with got him. Mark's nasty ass got him. What the hell was wrong with me, right? Maybe he's just not into femboys, because these two are like, the dude I was dating was a verse. The other one, Mark, obviously a bottom. So I'm like, but they were both like very masculine. So I'm like, okay, mask for mask has to be, right? So anyway, so he's telling me like all of these things about how him and James have been together. And I'm like, shit, like this is real crazy. And mind you, James and Mark are still together. They're still together. Those two dated for like 2 or 3 years. Okay, like all of high school at this point. And I think that that shit's wild. I'm looking at these people like, so y'all are telling me this redneck bitch is dating all of y'all. Like, this is gonna piss me off. This is just gonna piss me off. And it's not because I was jealous. It wasn't because of any of that. It's because of how much shit I had been through. So, funny thing is, after me and Eunice broke up, the next interaction I had with Mark tried to come at me for whatever fucking reason, right? And I basically told Mark to back up. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely exposed that man. I was going around, like, spreading rumors, being just wreaking havoc on this man. And tell me why. James comes up to me outside and goes, "You need to stop picking on Mark. You need to stop picking on him. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants, yada, yada, yada." And I look at this man, mind you, I was 5'5" at the time, and James was like 6'2" and a year older than me. And I looked at this man and I said, I don't care. I can do whatever I want. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. You think that nasty bitch is going to tell me what to do? Absolutely not. Ain't no nasty bitch about to tell me what I can do. And I remember he got so pissed, and I remember my friends just being all around me, and my friends were like, yeah, Rylan can do whatever he wants. Rylan does whatever he wants. Like, my friends were in his face at this point before I could even get there. So, like, there was this whole beef, and I remember he was like, you need to leave Mark alone. Like, I don't give a fuck, blah, 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 blah. Didn't listen to him. Continued to literally run Mark off. Like, he literally did not come near me for the rest of my high school career, right? So this was all of the history I've had with these people at this point, which is insane, honestly. Like, all of this is insane to me. Like, genuinely crazy, right? Well, anyway, after high school, I get a DM from one of my friends. We had mutual friends, right? One of my mutual friends, texts me and she goes, hey, you'll never believe this. James and Mark broke up. Like, this was right after high school. They had been together for like 3 years at this point. Came out together. I mean, faced the wrath, because you have to think these are two very redneck people. Like me, I had people around me that were like all gay and just very like accepting people. So like, I had a lot of great people around me, but these people were a part of the fishing team. They were a part of the baseball team. Like, they had been around true rednecks who did not accept them. So after they went through all of this shit together, they break up. Okay. Funny enough, I still can't stand Mark to this fucking day. James slides into my DMs. Okay. And I was single at the time, and I was like, fuck this. You want to come at me, do this, and then you want to slide in my DMs. Anyway, so he slid in my DMs. And I did talk to him for a minute. Eventually, I blocked him because I was like, first of all, you have anything that goes towards Mark is not going to come towards me. Use your imagination when I say that. If you have touched that man, even with a 10-foot fucking pole, It is not coming towards me. Absolutely not. So I blocked him because I was like, you're cute, but maybe not, because you have been with a nasty mofo. And that is just not how I roll, right? You had been with two people that I can't stand, that I wouldn't touch. No, thank you. Anyways, so that's kind of the end of the story with James. I don't even know what the hell he's doing now. And I don't care. Now let's get back to Mark, because this story time is all about Mark. Mark goes on. I genuinely, so if you didn't know, if you don't have any mutuals with people on Facebook and Instagram, it is alleged that they will come up on your suggested, right? About a little while goes around and I get a suggested. I get a suggested from Mark on Facebook and Instagram. And I see an old ass man sitting with him. I was like, what is that? His dad? Mark starts dating this man who was no younger than 45. And not to mention, we're like 19 at the time. So if you're like late 20s and date somebody in your 40s, you go, girl. Your frontal lobe is developed. It's a little icky, but that's on you. But when you're 19 and your frontal lobe is not developed and you're dating someone who is old enough to be your father, you are a victim. And I am going to say he was nasty, because this was not even a hot man, right? Like, this is someone who does not have money, who is not cute, and who is old enough to be your father. That shit was disgusting. I was appalled. I was literally disgusted. I don't even know what to say at this point. That was wild. Anyway, after this happens, a little time passes. Eventually, they break up. I forget about Mark. I'm living my life. Like, this was probably a year ago. Well, I'm not going to say how I know this person, but there is this person that is named, we'll call him Zach, right? I know Zach. Zach came out in very interesting circumstances that I'm not going to get into, because my luck, Zach will find this video and come after me, and I don't need that drama in my life right now. Not that I'm scared of Zach. I'm not really scared of anyone, but I don't need that beef, because we were friends. I am still friends with a very certain someone that he knows, that I guess they're close. They're bonded in an interesting way. I look on Zach's story and I see none other than Mark's nasty ass. And I'm like, Zach's gay now, by the way. So I'm like, hold on. Hold the fucking phone here. I'm sorry if there was a weird cut in the video. My phone started ringing and I didn't feel like pulling out my camera. Okay, look, I am recording this on my phone. Anyways, where was I? So basically, Zach and Mark start dating. Okay. And mind you, Zach has a kid. So like within 72 hours of this relationship's going public, I see Zach post up with his child at Mark's house. Shit just keeps escalating. I'm like, wow, this is really insane. This is really insane to me. Mind you, Zach is still coming up on my suggested, like, all the time. And I'm like, not Zach. Zach, I followed Zach. Mark keeps coming up on my suggested constantly, like, on a weird amount. So I'm like, yeah, I know you're watching me, bitch. Like, there's no way this man is just, we have no mutual followers. Our mutual friend isn't friends anymore. Like, no, there's no mutual followers. There's no way that he would come up on my suggested unless he is looking at my stuff. And that is alleged, but still. So I'm like, what? Like, excuse me? Huh? And my phone is blowing up at this point. They're like, oh my gosh, can you believe that these two people are together? Like, these are two bottoms essentially coming together. And I am just disgusted. Not to mention, Zach at this point had dated very attractive men. So I'm confused on what the fuck goes down here. Now, a few months goes by. We see a lot of toxic things from this relationship that go public. And on top of that, they break up. I'm like, wow, what an interesting time. Like, you touched a nasty nasty bitch. That's the thing that really gets me about all of this. Mark is a nasty, nasty, nasty person. Like, if I could put the fucking video or photo up here, y'all would all agree with me. Nasty, nasty. Ugh. Like, I wouldn't go near that with a 10-foot pole. So they break up. Okay. And I'm like, I have gotten rid of Mark once again. Like, this man has just, I can't. I genuinely can't at this point. A few months go by. I go on Snapchat. I see a certain person had posted Zach. And I go look at a story. Because me and Zach do watch each other's story. That is one thing I will say. That we were friends. We are not into each other like that. Like, there has been many times where we've hung out, and no, we're not into each other like that. And even if he was now, I still, because he's crazy, and B, because you dated a nasty bitch. So, because I'm telling y'all, this man, he's got to have some kind of disease, like spreading disease like a plague rat. Like, there's no way that that man is in good health with STDs. Like, just saying. I see a story of Zachary. He's with Mark, and he said he don't want to admit it, but he's happy here, and they're like holding hands in a truck. Rip, bitch, rip. Ew, after just being posted up with this other ex who was fine as shit, low-key. And I'm like, funny fucking thing is, he posts 30 minutes later, I'm single. He's playing the fuck out of that, man. I'm cackling. And not the thing is, Mark was asleep in the truck, so he didn't even know he posted that till the next day. So at this point, when we met, you're homophobic, and now I see you posted up with 3 different men, and you are gay. You are gay. And that's why the meaning of this video is to tell people that anyone who is homophobic 9 out of 10 fucking times is gay and is probably into you, because I know that this nasty bitch is into me, and I know his ass is scared to come in my DMs because he knows I will wreak havoc upon everything. Because what do you mean? You tried to bully me. It Uno reversed on your ass real fucking quick because you literally had to move schools because of how bad our beef got. And now you're posted up with different men all the time? Like, what? You were playing stepdaddy to this man's kid? Like, what? Please, bitch. Anyway, so moral of the story, anyone who has anything to say about your lifestyle, if they're homophobic, 9 times out of 10, they're gay. They're probably into you, and they're probably stalking your shit. And that's what I have to say about that. Anyways, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you've ever had anything that has happened like this to you. And also follow all of my platforms and musical platforms down on the link below. And you can find my music and my playlist right here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I love you.